Welcome to Devil Zone!
So Molly, do you want to tell our viewers why we decided to create Devil Zone?
Well, Danielle, we thought having a variety show would be a unique thing that hasn't been done within our time at Duke. We were looking for a way to bring together all sorts of topics that capture the college experience.
We wanted to make Devil Zone entertaining and informative. We hope you find something that you could relate to. First, we'll go somewhere that's probably very familiar to you.
I'm addicted, wanna jump inside your love.
We're here at the new local yoga at Irwin Terrace, and we're going to give you the inside scoop in the DSP exclusive.
I'm addicted and I just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough.
Y'all want to come on in the back?
Yeah, let's do it.
The yogurt comes in, you know, these milk jugs basically. Nothing is frozen. We don't have a freezer at all. They come frozen, you know, when they get here, when we order them, and so we stick them in here. They can't go in the actual yogurt machines frozen. They have to be completely thawed out. This is just, you know, like toppings. Local yogurt is always about supporting local businesses and the community. And so if we can order anything locally, we will.
All right, we're ready for the taste test. First one.
Alright, here's the plain with strawberries on it.
It's really tart. It's good. The strawberries are kind of a nice sweet balance. It's really delicious. What do we have?
And then we got the vanilla with blueberries.
Okay. Is this sugar-free?
Yes, it is. No sugar added.
It doesn't taste sugar-free. It's really good. Oh my gosh. I like the blueberry. It's a good choice.
And here's the dulce de leche with dark chocolate shavings.
Ooh, that's really good. It's caramely?
Yeah.
It's really good. Just really unusual.
And then we got the blueberry with Oreo.
Oh. This is so good. Oh my god, wait, no, this is really good. I think this might be my favorite. We'll see. Right at competition.
And we got the chocolate with raspberry.
Is this a popular combination?
Kinda.
Kinda?
Yeah. Not many people get chocolate, but
Really?
it's one of my personal favorites.
I like it. I like it a lot.
And we have the honey lavender with yogurt chips.
Okay, I'm really excited about this. I think I'm gonna love it, or like really not love it.
Yeah.
It's kind of crisp.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something about it. It's really good,
Yeah.
but it doesn't taste like traditional frozen yogurt at all.
Oh baby, I can't come down, so please come help me out. You got me feeling high and I can't step off the cloud. And I just can't get enough.
Gotta love Lo-Yo.
Yeah, we gotta try some too. My personal favorite is plain yogurt with strawberries.
No surprise there. Bryn told us that strawberries are one of the most popular toppings. But enough of that. Next up, we had a chance to catch up with one of Duke's own, the talented musician Edie Wellman.
how did you first kind of get the seed planted in you to pursue music? Did your parents kind of push you into piano lessons like a lot of us? Or?
Well, I mean, growing up, my dad is a beautiful trumpet player. Just he has he's an amazing ear, and he's kind of a jazz cat. So he, in our house, we always had great music playing. And then my mother is a great supporter of the arts, and she always sang to me when I was little, which, you know, doesn't seem like a crazy thing, but you know, if you think about it, if a parent is sort of instilling within their child every single day at a given hour, at a given time, music, 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 I mean, I don't find it surprising that this is how I turned out. So we always had great music playing in our house. Once I started really writing songs, which was once I really had stuff to write about, which was as early as 11 or 12, I was getting back on the piano and sort of realizing that piano didn't have to be this task. It could be something that allowed me to just sort of let it come out of my fingers and just play. And that's when I think I started really finding that marriage between the written word and music, and that was really important to me. And I picked up a guitar around 8th grade, and I don't know, I've just been playing ever since. And yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I can't stay away from this.
And what has the environment been like at Duke as a singer-songwriter? Has it been at all formative in shaping you and your future career?
I think the most wonderful aspect about having gone to Duke is I get so much material to write about. I mean, you know, I think you and I were both in sororities, and we're used to hearing all of the talk about Duke and the hookup culture and women and our body image and all these sort of, and I don't want to focus on the negative things, but a lot of things that you deal with at Duke, especially as a woman, make great fodder for songs. I realized around 18 or 19 that the most natural way for me to express myself was writing a song, and I just said to myself, I was like, you know, why do I even want to try doing something that doesn't come naturally and that doesn't give me joy? And so, I mean, ever since, I just have had the blinders on and that one carrot dangling in front of me, which is making a real career out of this, making a living out of it. In the horizon is New York City. That's definitely where I will be by the end of the year. Not hopefully, for sure, but whether it's there with a record deal or whether it's there continuing to bartend, you know, yes, exactly. So, but you know, you gotta shoot for the moon. So, yeah, I'm excited.
And thanks for joining us, Edie. It was great to have you.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to following your career in the future.
Thank you. And everyone go to ediewellman.bandcamp.com and download my mixtape. It's free, which is our favorite price, and it's awesome.
So as Edie mentioned, if you want to hear more, download her mixtape for free at ediewellman.bandcamp.com. Molly, focus! Leave that music to Edie, please.
All right, fine. So we hit the plaza with DMX fashion director Stephanie Weiss. Keep watching to find out what's hot for summer.
Look at me now, oh, look at me now, yeah.
Hi, we're here on the plaza, and it's about 1,000 degrees, so anyone that looks great, we're really impressed with. And we're just picking out Duke students that are dressed perfectly for summer and showing you what in particular of their outfits you should look out for and the trends that you should try to wear for this summer yourself. So the first thing that sort of pops out at you is going to be the really pretty florals. Brian is wearing a very cool outfit today. We especially like the sunglasses with the whole like reflection, they're really cool. And then also V-necks are great for boys in the summer. It's a good way to keep cool and then of course just look more put together. The only thing that we're sort of concerned about are going to be the shoes, the kind of scuffed up Adidas. Definitely trade those in this summer for something more colorful. Canvas shoes are ideal. Last summer you had sort of tight skirts and loose tops. This summer it's going to be loose both. So the sort of wide skirt and the kind of like casual top is perfect. She's wearing a beautiful outfit, perfect for summer. As you can see, there's a lot of small and just really cute and fun details. Another thing that's really big this summer is going to be bright colors, so the hot pink is perfect. And then finally, the ladylike sort of accents are really big for in the summer. Anything like pearls or long hemlines or those tied bows are great, but on a hot day like today, I think pearls are the way to go. first thing that sort of pops out about Paul's outfit is the plaid shorts, and you're going to see plaid everywhere this summer, not just on shorts, on ties, on shirts, hopefully that's it. But and another thing that Paul has going on here with his outfit, it's very like well-fitting, but it kind of has like a boyish flair, you know what I mean, with the collar, and so Paul looks great.
Well, I like the button-up shirts because I feel like it's actually more cool than a t-shirt because the air, I don't know, can like somehow like get inside, so it feels pretty good.
Thanks to all the students on the plaza who helped make a guest cameo appearance.
Danielle, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just getting pumped for the next segment. Check this out.
That's right. Baby, you're making it.
Here today to show you a few exercises to do in your dorm room. Get you in shape for the summer. And we have Danielle here to help me out today. So first exercise we're going to do is called a lunge. It's actually a reverse lunge. So we're going to stand with our feet together. And you don't need much room for this. And the reason why we're doing exercises that use this sort of format is that we want to find exercises that do a lot in a short amount of time, so use a lot of muscle groups. So we're going to start here, and we're just going to step back with your right foot, drop your knee down towards the floor, and then bring it back up together. Good job. And just go again, step back. So we're going to do about at least 20 repetitions, so at least 10 per leg. Stand here. Important things to remember here is that when you step back, and let Danielle keep going here, is that you want to make sure that your knee stays right over your foot. Okay? So in other words, I'm going to step so far back that my knee is way far back, or make such a little bitty step that my knee overshoots my foot. You want to stay nice and strong in your abs, your chest lifted up. And this one also gets your heart rate up a little bit. Next we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to come down here and we're going to do some push-ups. We've got two different kinds of push-ups to do. The first one we're going to do is the wide push-up. And the wide push-up is going to work on your pecs, your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps. So we're going to come down here. We're going to take it nice and wide. So wider than your mat, and you want to make sure that your hands are going to line up with your chest. So we're going to start out with, let's just go ahead and start out with that modified push-up. So this is the one where you're on your knees, you pick your legs up, and you just want to be off of your kneecaps. Try to keep your head nice and straight. You're just going to lower yourself, inhale down, exhale, push away. So inhale down, exhale, push away. And we'll let Danielle keep going. Now if this is not challenging enough for you, you can also bring it up onto your toes. Inhale and exhale. Or both of these you find are a little too challenging to start with, you can pull your knees right up underneath you and just do what we call a box push-up. Alright? So you want to try to at least do about 10. Alright? Good. And so a second variety of push-up is we're going to bring our hands closer. So you want to have your hands so that when they come down, they're going to be right here at your shoulders. So this one is going to focus a little bit more on the outside of our arm. So from here, hands here, you're just going to bring your elbows in, lower, and you're going to breathe out and push up. So let's come on down. This is probably a really simple, most simple exercise to do for your abs. It's called a forearm plank. All right, so we're going to bring this up here and just bring it up and hold it nice and level. So what's going on here is that gravity wants to pull Danielle down, but what she's doing here is she's keeping her abs nice and strong, and she's fighting gravity. So this is really going to work the deepest part of your abs. And it also helps work your upper back and your shoulders, and it works your thighs and lower back. So I'm all about some exercises that do more than one thing, because it's really time efficient. That's a big deal. But if you want to modify this, if you start to get tired, you just drop your knees down, okay, and hold it there. All right, just do those exercises. You can repeat 3 sets of all of those. So do a set of lunges if you wanted to, set of push-ups, set of close push-ups, set of forearm planks. Maybe run through that 3 times. It should be a great workout to get you started for summer.
You know, that workout was actually a lot harder than it looked.
I believe it. You know what? We've been working pretty hard this whole time. Maybe we should just relax a little.
That's a really good idea.
Why don't we see what acclaimed movie critic Jasmine has to say about an education? Jasmine, what'd you think?
Well, Molly and Danielle, I'm so glad you asked. I had the pleasure of uncovering this gem of a movie just last week. It's called An Education, probably a familiar title to you because it was nominated for 3 Academy Awards just last year for Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Adapted Screenplay. It also won an award at the Sundance Film Festival. So let me tell you why this is now one of my most favorite movies. In Education follows Jenny Miller, a young college co-ed or a girl bound for college whose track gets somewhat derailed by this impressive older man who teaches her an education outside of the classroom. When life in a high society fast lane comes to a screeching halt, Jenny must decide how to proceed despite the sacrifices she's made in vain now to pursue this life of luxury and sophistication. So, without giving it away, I'll just tell you, I was really impressed with the way in which the story developed and like the different twists and turns that it took you through as things cleverly unfolded on the screen. I was thoroughly impressed by the film overall, and the acting. The acting was marvelous.
Why do you think students like us would enjoy this movie?
Attention all ladies at Duke. I definitely recommend that you watch this film because it reminds young women why they go to college in the first place, to pursue an education, no pun intended.
Cool, that sounds great.
I definitely recommend that you go as soon as you can to your nearest library or bookstore to just watch the film and buy it. I'm gonna go buy some more popcorn so I can go watch some more movies. So I'll see you next time on Jasmine's Take.
In other movie news, Full Frame Film Festival brought some really talented filmmakers to Durham.
Check out our interview with filmmaker and Academy Award nominee Steve James.
Making documentaries is a great way to see the world, and I mean that in the broadest of senses, not just places, but people from different neighborhoods, from different backgrounds. And it gets you, in America, I think we tend to live in very segregated places, even in very integrated communities. And, making documentaries is a tremendous passport out of the world you live in.
Well, it was a violent night in Chicago. 9 people were shot in just 5 hours.
124 people have been killed so far this year, about the number of Americans killed during the same period in Iraq and Afghanistan combined.
Violence is like the great infectious diseases. We're using the methods that are used for reversing any epidemic.
Have there been any conflicts mediated on the front end?
The last 30 days has been nothing but violence. We've had, I think it's 18 shootings in the last 16 days, 10 of them dead.
Most of the violence interrupters come from the hierarchy in some of these gangs. Because can't know anybody come in and tell a guy to put his gun down.
And I look at my sisters and my brothers today that was once me. This is unacceptable for me to be holding this young man's obituary. Let this be a wake-up call. Let this be a stop call. Who does this baby belong to? He just hanging around y'all, right? So he see everything that you all do, right? So if this brother right here catch a case, whose fault is it? Our fault. Teach him righteous. You got it?
The violence interrupters have one goal in mind every day: to stop killings. They're not trying to dismantle gangs. What they're trying to do is save a life. All we want to know is what happened in this situation. How can we resolve it? And how can people live in peace and coexist?
Despite the grim nature of the subject, I mean, it was such a joy. I mean, it was really inspiring. And I also learned a lot, working with Steve. I have done some TV before. I think that, I've talked to Steve about this before, but some of the obstacles in doing good TV or good documentary film is that, you've got large crews, it all feels very cumbersome. The interviews, you do all these pre-interviews, and what I really admired about the way Steve worked is, we work very small. Steve said 3, sometimes even just 2 people. Our interviews, we really would go on for 3-4 hours sometimes. That we made a point of not pre-interviewing people, so there was a freshness about it. I know it drove you crazy.
3-4 hours.
3 or 4 hours.
About 6-7 hours.
And the thing about documentary film, if it's operating on all cylinders, there's nothing more powerful, more potent, more immediate than documentary film.
Well, and I think Alex and I have been friends for years, and I think we're very kindred spirits in terms of the stories that interest us and the kind of storytelling that interests us. And if you read his books and look at my films, from the past, you see a real connection between the kind of work he's been doing. So he really took to this new kind of means of expression, like a fish to water, and it was a really great experience. And you always worry when you go to make a film with friends that are we going to come out of it friends? And I think we are, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. We're hoping that the film will be seen by young people, and I think inevitably the people will see some of themselves in Amina, Eddie, and Kobe. Right. And I think we've seen it already when we've gone out and shown the film, or even clips of the film. And kids will come up and really, they'll share experiences that they clearly haven't shared with others. They want to know more about how they were able to sort of find their own way, each of them. And so, I think our hope in some ways is that they and the work they do will be an inspiration.
Right. The mirror, I was about to say that as well, the mirror image. If you see yourself in a picture or a film and it wasn't, a good experience per se, you'll say, damn, I did that. That really wasn't me. I really didn't do it, but you see it. And then, change the mindset of doing better or asking how to do better.
Well, I think that's one of the challenges in documentary, because there's so many documentaries made about, people from poor communities, and yet where people get to see these films are not in those neighborhoods. And that's a real challenge, to get these films out to those neighborhoods. And it's one of the things that we hope we'll be able to do is to get this film through civic engagement and outreach into some of the very neighborhoods where the people that Alex and Amina are talking about can actually see it.
Well, that's all we have for today.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more, go to dukestudentbroadcasting.com.
And if you want to join our crew, or if you have story ideas, shoot us an email at dukedevilzone@gmail.com. We're always looking for producers, editors, script writers, and reporters. See you next time on
Devil Zone!